Coming up on the Sports Desk, every June we say goodbye to a graduating class of prep athletes, and when fall rolls around, we're saying hello to a whole new one. But what are they all up to from Memorial Day to Labor Day? On this episode of the Sports Desk, we check in with some familiar faces from the gridiron to the pitch. The football player to watch out for come fall, this jack of all trades already has universities pining for his letter of intent. And one athlete who's putting plenty of talents to good use off the court, what does the future hold for him after volleyball? Plus, a prep star making the jump to the D1 ranks has a jam-packed summer calendar. What are Torrance athletes up to when they're not making highlights on the Sports Desk? We answer that right now. Welcome to the Sports Desk, Torrance. We're going to kick things off right here on the gridiron. 2 years ago, Mika Wuarez took this very field as a freshman at North High as the Saxons offense lit up every single scoreboard across the Southland en route to a CIF championship game appearance. Last season, he lined up as the feature quarterback, feature running back, even the kicker on occasion. This year, he's going to make plenty of trips to this end zone as the guy to watch out for in the entire Southland as teams all over line up on Friday nights. So what's the catch? Well, all that, he still hasn't even started his junior season yet.
Mika Wuarez is 6'3" and weighs 215 pounds. And the craziest part of it all is that he is only a junior in high school. The native of Harbor City started off playing basketball as a youngster, but that quickly changed at an early age.
The first sport, actually, I was supposed to play basketball because my uncle Jason, he was playing basketball. We would do basketball lessons, and then at the age of 7, once they see me throw a football, that's how everything started.
You have seen him line up behind center, but it's Mika's versatility that sets this 6'3" junior apart from the rest.
Since he was young, elementary years, wherever the coach needed you, basically, like you go, you play there, and you give it 100%, you know, and that's how it is in life. You know, sometimes you don't get to do exactly what you want, but what you do, you love it, and you give your best effort.
The only position Mika hasn't played is on the offensive line, but for a kid to say that he will play anywhere, well, that's a coach's dream.
For a kid with that talent level to not go, hey, I think I'm going to be this in college, put me there. He just does whatever we ask, and he loves to punt, he loves to return, he'll do anything, so it's great.
One could say Wuarez is a jack of all trades on the football field, but he has an idea of where the college coaches see him in the future.
I could tell the coaches that they could put me down as an athlete because I don't mind what position I play, I just want to play football. But the coaches in the colleges, they've been looking at me as outside linebacker. My dad tells me that they see me, I'm going to keep growing, so they don't know when I'm going to stop, so that's what they're looking at, I guess. That's what I see.
Between football and school, this summer has been an eventful one for Wuarez, who has already received football offers from both USC and UCLA.
It's probably, in his mind, happened quicker than he expected. I think it's kind of on time for what we expected because, he hasn't even played down football his junior year, and he's already getting offers from some big schools. But he can play with those guys for sure, not a question in our mind. So it's just going to be getting him ready and getting him primed, and it should be fun.
It was great. I didn't expect to get a scholarship. I was expecting just like a lot of talking from the coaches, but Coach Sarkisian, he pulled me aside and he offered me a scholarship on the spot. And that just brought me a lot of smiles and it was a great feeling.
And at the end of the day, Mika doesn't care where he plays, as long as he's out on the football field. And come week 1, you can expect to see him anywhere.
He'll probably do a little bit of everything. So you'll see him at quarterback, you'll see him catching balls, just at running back. He'll do a little bit of everything, and defensively, same thing, just wide open. Linebacker, safety, corner, who knows. We're going to scheme to move around and cause as much trouble as we can for the other teams.
Thanks for that, Colin. We've still got plenty of football left before Mika leaves town. The second half of his high school career kicks off August 29th against a tough Redondo squad at home. The Saxons line up against the Pioneer League after a tough non-league schedule in September, and October 17th, the date to circle on your calendar, the rivalry game between North and West is no longer a non-league battle as the Saxons welcome the Warriors to Pioneer League football. In 2013, Juarez racked up 2,000 yards combined as a passer, a rusher, and a receiver. The Pioneer League's Offensive Player of the Year took it to the house 19 times while making an impact on the defensive side of the ball with 85 tackles. Coming up, one athlete down, two more to go. When we get back, I'm going to meet with a soccer player who's also hard at work in the summer months. The only difference this time, she won't be getting any Torrance home cooking much longer.
You always made sure I brushed my teeth.
You told me that smart was cool.
You always told me to dream big.
To all of those parents who took the time to make raising their children their most important job, we'd like to say,
thank you.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, thanks, Mom and Dad.
This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
You'd do anything to take care of that spot on your lawn. So why not take care of that spot on your skin? If you're a man over 50, you're in the group most likely to develop skin cancer, including melanoma, the cancer that kills one person every hour. Check your skin for suspicious or changing spots, and ask someone you trust to check areas you can't see. Early detection can put you in a better spot. Go to spotskincancer.org to find out what to look for. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
Hi, welcome back. It's a pretty safe bet that a majority of the athletes we feature on this show from August to June have their sights set on the college game. Whether you're an athlete hoping to earn a Division I scholarship or you're just happy to walk on into JUCO, whatever it is, every serious athlete with goals for playing at the next level has their work cut out for them. That's exactly why Cory Bozart didn't plan any crazy summer trips or even get a chance to take up paddleboarding like she'd always wanted to. Outside of a short trip to San Francisco to visit her older sister, Cory Bozart's final summer before college is all about soccer.
It's pretty much just been soccer every day. I have like a couple days off, but on those days I just sit in my room and watch Netflix, so.
The South High grad spent her years on the pitch working toward the day she could play collegiate soccer. Now that she's earned her spot on the UNLV Runnin' Rebels roster, she's only working harder.
It just worked out that way pretty much. Like, I knew that I still needed to work out, even though it was my last summer with all my friends here before I go off to college, but I have to do what I gotta do.
In her senior season, Cory helped the South Spartans win a CIF championship, breaking what seemed like a school-wide curse. She teamed up with her younger sister Kelsey on a quarterfinals playoff goal to send South to its 7th consecutive semifinal appearance. By the end of her junior year, she was a first-team All-CIF midfielder and had won regional and state club titles with Exiles SC. Even with that long resume of soccer success, Cory isn't resting on her laurels.
If I don't, like if I just run and not touch the ball, then I'm still gonna be rusty when we go back and we actually play with the ball too. So you have to do both in order to like keep up with what you need.
Talking to the midfielder about summer plans, you don't get the impression she's really ever taken a break from soccer. In fact, before she was offered a scholarship to the University of Las Vegas, her months away from South High were devoted to grabbing the attention of collegiate coaches.
You have to start off before going to college showcase tournaments. You have to email the coaches for the schools you want to go to. Probably send out like 20 to 30 like a week before you go out. And then you just see if the coaches go to your games. And ended up that the UNLV coach came to my game and watched me play, and he liked the way I played.
Now that the time has come to wear a Division I uniform, athletes like Cory are expected to show up on campus ready to compete with the best.
They send us out a packet from pretty much like May, June, July, and they give every day of what you need to do for the workout packet. Sometimes it's running, lifting, ball work, and some days it's like all three in one.
Cory didn't start the summer planning to work on her craft every day, only taking that occasional break for Netflix. Even on a day like this, where her full club team isn't practicing, she still found a way to sneak in a workout with another of Fram Soccer's teams. If you don't use it, you lose it.
I knew it was still going to be tough because of the workout packets. We need to keep ourselves in shape before we go, and I knew it was going to be tough. I didn't think it was going to be easy at all, especially playing at the highest level.
Bozart won't be the only Torrance athlete heading off to a new home this fall. While she's worked as hard as any soon-to-be college athlete can, there is at least one milestone that Cory Bozart still can't prepare for by summer's end.
It's going to be hard because I remember last year when I was on the team and we played our last game with the seniors then. I was crying. It was so sad, and this year's not going to be any different. Knowing these girls for such a long time, it's going to be different going to school without them and playing without them.
Cory won't be completely alone when she makes the drive from LA to the UNLV campus. She'll be joined in town by another Torrance soccer standout, West High's Chidera Akabuilo. While Chidera earned the Daily Breeze's 2014 Player of the Year honors as a forward at West, her talents as a defender will have her in the Rebels backfield this fall. And Cory's Fram soccer teammates, Carly Neer and Courtney Shota, will be some other class of 14 West High grads whose hard work has earned them college scholarships as well. Coming up next, this Bishop Montgomery grad is hard at work, but not because he's prepping for a new season. Find out what has the soon-to-be El Camino College freshman keeping busy this summer off the volleyball court.
So I've come up with a family emergency plan.
Great. What is it?
It's difficult to talk about, so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember anything.
And me too. Thanks for this, sweetie.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
If you keep tanning, indoors or out, the effects of harmful rays will show up on your skin. Wrinkles, age spots, and an increased risk of melanoma, the second most common cancer in women 15 to 29. Stop tanning. Time may not be on your side. Learn how to protect your skin at spotskincancer.org. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
Welcome back. It's not exactly update of the century when I say the South Bay loves its volleyball. From the sand to the court, this town has more than enough talent to go around. Now, Bishop Montgomery's Ian Rivera held his own on this very court for quite a while, but he'll be the first to tell you volleyball is far from his only passion.
Many here in the South Bay know Ian Rivera, the volleyball player. The recent grad helped his team take back-to-back trips to the CIF finals, where they fell to rival Cathedral.
We still had a good chemistry. You know, we had new teammates coming up from that are now juniors, and we still had a good bond.
You see, volleyball isn't Ian's only passion in life. There's another side to him that you maybe haven't seen or heard before. When he was just 6 years old, Rivera started singing.
There was like a Christmas play going on. You know, no one really wanted the lead. Everyone was like really shy, you know, and like I kind of did it because kind of impress everyone. I really wanted to like impress everyone that I could do it, so I just tried out and then I made it, and yeah, I was the lead in the Christmas play.
Just 3 years later, he learned how to play the guitar, which was inspired by his father.
You know, like some people are just like, yeah, if their parent plays an instrument, their parent will teach them. And like my dad played the guitar, so I'd just be like, can you teach me? But my dad's like, gets a little like lazy sometimes, so he'd just be like, all right, here's the song, here's the chords, here's how you play the chords, and like figure it out on your own.
Can't give up. Ian started writing music his freshman year at Bishop Montgomery. But what started off as just thoughts on paper turned into motivational messages.
I literally wrote a song called Live Your Life, and just mainly just like being thankful. And in that song I write about being thankful for like my friends, for my family, and that we shouldn't really focus on like the material things and like focus more on just like what's important and like our necessities and our values, you know.
Throughout high school, Ian participated in numerous talent shows and posted his work on his YouTube page, where he was able to share his gift of music with others.
It's cool how like music can really influence people, or like how some people can be like, wow, like I relate to that, like that story is like, that relates to me, and that's what I kind of like aim for too. You know, I try to reach it out to the people.
Since graduation, he has played different gigs in Southern California, but most recently, he performed at Qualcomm Stadium in San Diego for Brave Fest. Ian has gone from performing on stage in the Christmas play when he was just a little kid to being in the same venue where many greats have played. Ian Rivera has accomplished so much musically, but the craziest part is that aside from a little guitar and voice training, he is completely self-taught.
I took lessons for about like a month or two, and yeah, my guitar teacher said I was like I progressed really fast because I would practice like almost every day, and it's not something that I had to do, it's just something that I enjoyed a lot.
For now, Ian doesn't plan on starting a career as a musician, but he does say music will always be his passion.
Thanks, Colin. Ian won't be trying out for El Camino College's volleyball squad when he starts classes there in the fall. He will be playing plenty of that guitar, though. You can catch all his original music and plenty of covers on his YouTube page, or maybe keep your eyes out for an album release announcement via Twitter. Meanwhile, he graduates from a volleyball program that's made back-to-back CIF championship appearances in his junior and senior seasons. The boys of Bishop Volleyball hit the court again in the spring of 2015, while the girls will be digging in before we know it. Under second-year head coach Keegan Featherstone, they're already in the Knights Gymnasium, getting ready for the fall season. Anxious to show us what you're up to this summer? Or maybe you've been hoping to get out there and pick up that new summer hobby, but you just haven't started it? Stand-up paddle yoga, your first surf lesson, CrossFit, whatever it is, write the Sports Desk and let us know about the summer hobby you've always wanted to give a try and why. We'll pick one viewer to go out with us and give it a go for a special feature. The Sports Desk at torranceca.gov or on Facebook, facebook.com/thesportsdesktv.